discretion is advised.
If you just know you're that girl,
yeah,
you just have no choice but to be that girl. And I feel like I'm that girl.
What if you don't wake up feeling like that girl? How do you be that girl?
You need to go back to sleep and wake back up again so you can feel like that girl.
There you have it, child. That's why I feel like I'm the T. I feel like I'm the T because I work at being the T. Like, no shade. I'm not the T just because a bunch of bitches like me and live for me because we all homegirls. I'm the T because I'm the motherfucking T. And that's just sad. I mean, that's just what it is. People legit in the world love to live for foolishness. Love to live for foolishness. You love to live for your bald head homegirl that do bald head whole shit. It's clear that I'm working at being the C, so girl, let me be the C. Like, give me that, give me my flowers.
Hello everyone, creator of TYKANATURALS here, stopping through briefly to express my eternal gratitude for the amazing, the incredible support that you all have shown my business. Take advantage of this limited time sale while I work on a full restock so that your skin will continue to say thank you. And if you haven't switched to TYKANATURALS yet, it's never too late to love the skin you're in. Health is wealth.
Welcome to TYKANATURALS, an all-natural organic company that is dedicated to helping people love the skin they're in. Are you one of many who suffers from sensitive, dry, damaged, or irritated skin? You've also probably spent years and a ton of money on so many different products. Well, look no further because TYKANATURALS is here to alleviate that pain with our all-natural organic ingredients. We believe in creating the right products that promote healthy and beautiful skin naturally. We currently offer body butters, sugar scrubs, soap bars, lip balms, and now body and hair oils that will leave your skin feeling rejuvenated, healthy, moist, and glowing. If you are ready for your skin to say thank you, then make the switch to TYKANATURALS.
Any color, big or small, TYKANATURALS covers them all. Everyone deserves healthy, beautiful, vibrant, and nourishing skin, naturally. Visit the TYKANATURALS Instagram page for more.
To start this off by first saying it's been an amazing ride so far with my uncle's natural organic skincare business, TYKANATURALS. I love the products so much that I happily jumped at the opportunity to become a brand ambassador and on occasion his assistant creative director. I am a high school athlete who gets a lot of scars, bruises, and cuts, but using my uncle's products, especially that Unity body oil, my skin not only heals much faster, but due to the many all-natural organic ingredients in the oil, it promotes the skin cells to stimulate, which assist in leaving your skin rejuvenated and vibrantly nourished. What I love the most is the scar evening factor. As you can see with these photos, this product does the job. So do your skin a favor by choosing TYKANATURALS. Health is wealth.
I can't even lie. I never once even considered natural organic products until my brother started TYKANATURALS, and I decided I'll be his first test subject. So believing in him, I let him do his thing, you know? But honestly, I was so surprised. This stuff really did work. I haven't went back to regular store-bought products since then. I particularly enjoy the scrubs, the soap bars, and the Unity hair oil. The soap bars clean my skin better than any other soap I've used in the past. I prefer to use them in conjunction with the scrubs. You can feel the pores opening up as it cleanses and locks in the moisture.
Alright y'all, this right here is one of my favorites. It's called Black Irish. It contains charcoal, green tea, bergamot, and sandalwood.
Like the soap and the scrubs, the Unity hair oil is definitely part of my weekly routine. I just apply a few drops and then massage it onto my scalp after a good wash and rinse. Then I just let the natural ingredients take over with amazing hair growth as well as nourishing moisture for my scalp. I've never seen these kind of results from any other product I've used.
You should definitely grow up and try to glow up.
I never knew my skin can feel this way. I gotta say thank you, but I'll let my skin and hair do that for me. So y'all make sure to check out my brother over at TYKANATURALS. He's gonna get you right.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel, honey. Okay, yes, God. If you haven't had a chance to do so by now, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, honey, okay? And to go a step further, please tap the notification bell. That way that apps will be updated each and every time I'm uploading something new, honey, okay? Girl, how have you all been? Happy Sunday, everyone. Yes, God. I know it's been a while. And I said, you know what? I done got me a little rest. Hello, God. Let's go live. We have a lot of things to get into today. Okay. But before we jump into the topics of conversation, just a quick update on life, real quick. I've been good. I've been better, bitch. Okay, have been better, but life is life, and girl, you got to keep on going, right? Um, so y'all know I was sick, right? Sick as fuck. Right, and then I started feeling better, and I was like, okay, girl, it's time to get back into the gym. Bitch, tell me why. Like the second or third day back into the gym, I went with my nephew and we were doing max outs, child. And for those that don't know what that is, it's basically where you kill yourself and crush your back. Bitch. Okay. Piling on the weights in the squat setting, girl. It just took me out. In the moment, I didn't feel it, but like I want to say 3 days after that, my back gave out like Mr. Burns, bitch, from The Simpsons. Like, Smithers had to come put a bitch back together again. Because, girl, please, like my back has been suffering. So I overcome the sickness, which was about a week long. And then right after that, my back starts hurting like a bitch. And then my toe, my right foot, girl, my big toe, girl, bitch. It hurt so bad. It was swollen. It was just a lot, honey. And I was just like, girl, so my foot and my back. So my foot's better now. My back is still, girl, I done popped so much ibuprofen, girl. I'm going to get ulcers, period. Need to get it together. Hot fucking mess tea. But other than all of that shit, like I'm good though. You feel me? I just like, damn, I just feel so old body wise. But note to self and note to everybody else out there, like, girl, like, we always try to keep up with the young folks. I ain't got time for that shit no more. I don't have time for it. No more max outs for me. I will not be doing deadlifts, none of that shit. I'm still in the early process of my own fitness journey. My nephew is an athlete, so he's used to that shit. His body has already absorbed the experience so many fucking times like a Super Saiyan bitch. And he just keeps getting better and better. Where me, I will be broken, girl. I've been broken into pieces, into many fucking pieces, bitch. So no more trying to do max outs or any of that crazy shit. I'm just going to stick to my regular fitness plan, child. My goal is to lose weight, obviously, continue on that journey and to build into the muscle. Because as I step into my prime, because, girl, I'll be 35 next year. So I call that the prime, girl. Hello. Once I step into, Optimus Prime status, honey, I want to be a fierce ass bitch. Okay. I want to be that nigga bitch. Okay. Walking into the light hair land. Okay. Bitch. And when y'all start seeing a nigga do lives without shirts, girl, all you see is muscles. Honey, I don't want to hear no complaints. All I want to see is those cash apps overflowing abundance. Yes, God, honey. Yes. Pay the girl for this body, honey. Shit, everybody else is doing it. Why not me? Hello. But that's that. Summer is upon us officially, child. Which means in Florida that's hurricane season. So, girl, get ready to batten down the hatches. And the girls that want to come here for a little summertime fun, come for a weekend and go. Bye. Okay. Shit. What's up, Jeff? How you doing, boo? MVN, hey. Erica Jones, Yanni, hello, honey. Yes. What's up, D? How you doing? Yes, I just wanted to come through and have a few conversations, girl, because the world, it's also been a minute since I've had a social justice type of piece of commentary. And girl, there's been a lot of things that have been taking place recently that just beg my commentary, girl. My spirit cries out to give my opinions, girl, on what has been happening, girl, my perspectives, girl, on the trash that has befallen this world, child. Oh, girl. So let's get into it. But before we step into sadness, let's step into music culture real quick. And I know it's like, damn, I wanted to start off with something light before we get into the heavy of it all, girl. Before Thor's hammer is summoned, girl. Before Stormbreaker is summoned, girl. To defeat Thanos, bitch. Let's do some lighthearted shit real quick. I have been heavily immersed in the Drink Champs podcast. And for those of you that don't know, it is spearheaded by Noriega. I don't know, y'all remember him back in the day, child, New York rapper, girl. You know, he is one of the trailblazers of hip hop, girl, when you really put it there. Let's just talk about that real quick. Okay. Noriega and DJ EFN, they run this podcast called Drink Champs. And basically what it's all about is giving the kids in music their flowers. Anybody who has made a cultural impact on music, bitch, they are on the Drink Champs podcast. And it is so beautifully put together. And one thing I love about it, and my fellow hip hop heads, music culture heads, you will appreciate it. He gets people on here. Like, I'm in the process of watching the Busta Rhymes interview, and it's almost 4.5 hours long. And you're just getting Noriega and DJ EFN have a wonderful knack for, yes, it's y'all having a good time, you're laughing, you're drinking, you're smoking, you're doing nigga shit, right? But what they do is you feel like you're walking with whoever they're interviewing down memory lane, girl. Like you're really there with them, girl. You know? And I love music so much, and I love hip hop so much, R&B music so much. I love the culture of music so much, as y'all might know, girl, hello God, that it just, I feel like I'm with them. And to hear a lot of these dudes and women that have been in the industry for years, child, who have been through the decades of it all, girl, who have seen the major changes, who have experienced the highs and the lows, and just all of the things that you can experience in the music industry, girl. I just really love that type of shit. So, again, I'm watching the Busta Rhymes. I've watched the A$AP Rocky one, which I don't think he deserved to be on there as of yet. I watched the Alicia Keys one. I've watched the DMX one. I've watched a lot of them. And it's just like, girl, when are y'all gonna have Mariah on there? When is Mary J gonna go on there? When is Nicki going? When is Kim gonna be there, girl? Like, I believe, like, the girl's Foxy, girl. When is Brandy gonna be on there? When is Monica gonna be on there, girl? Like, I feel like there's a lot of girls that deserve to be on Drink Champs. So again, and I did see Deb Antony was on there. I didn't watch the episode yet. But child, like, it's just a really good podcast, and you get your life. You, especially, like I said before, if you're one of the kids that are a nerd for hip hop and music culture, to hear firsthand accounts of these people's experiences, the different artists that they've dealt with, just some of their ins and outs, girl, like things that you won't get anywhere else. So again, shout out to Drink Champs, child. That is my new favorite podcast as of right now. Yes, God, honey, make sure y'all get into it. But watching the podcast made me feel some type of way as it pertains to where is the state of hip hop right now. And it's so sad when you really think about, and I hate to be one of those girls, because I remember I always preach against the girls who, oh, back in my day. But in this instance, when it's talking about music, girl, yeah, bitch, like back in the day, girl, music was a prize, girl. Music was a reward, girl. Music had this mystique energy, girl. Music was this thing that wrapped you up, girl. Hello, God. And I know y'all hate when I reference the queen herself, Mariah Carey, bitch. But when you hear what music did for her life, when you hear the stories of a Jasmine Sullivan, girl, when you hear, and girl, I get emotional because, like, it saved my life. And in the words of the great Mariah herself, I'll be eternally grateful. Bitch, a lot of us are here. A lot of our parents are here, girl, because of a good old Nasty Maxwell, girl. Because we went back, hello, God. Because of a Brian McKnight, girl. Because of a Keith Sweat, girl. Hello, God. Girl, we can go further and further and further into the days of all of the greats, girl. And when you look at music, you know, NWA girl, we talk about Bone Thugs and Harmony girl, and we talk about the Locks girl, when we go back, girl, Mobb Deep girl, Outkast girl, Hello God, Tupac, Biggie girl, Big Pun child, Hello God. When we take it back, Snoop Dogg girl, DMX, as we talked about earlier, girl. When we think about those great moments in the hip hop culture, girl, in our culture, because let's be honest here, white people claim the fame, girl, but if it wasn't for black people and Spanish people, there would be no hip hop, girl. There would be no culture vultures to snatch and steal our shit, girl, to enslave us with, girl. Let's just talk about it. Hello. Luther. Come on, Kim. She said she's here because of Luther. Sade girl. Anita Baker girl. Aretha Franklin girl. Let's get up there now, child. Let's talk about the respect that needs to be paid to the girls who came before and who really made music what the fuck it is and what it should be today. Because we got a lot of fly-by-night girls out here. Even some of the greats themselves say, girl, I ain't putting out no more music because y'all ain't going to buy it. Y'all are not going to support it. And just like the state of hip-hop, it's so in the trash right now when you really think about it on a major level. Hip-hop has not been the same in a very long time. It's like once after mid-2000s, girl, please. So again, shout out to Drink Champs because they believe in giving the people, especially that are living now, their flowers while they're here, girl. Like, honestly, we love a bitch after they done died, girl. It's crazy how their estates, girl, how their stocks skyrocket to the seas, girl, to the high seas, girl, after a bitch done been laid to rest. And what Drink Champs does is highlights people that are currently living, giving them their flowers, acknowledging the dues that they've motherfucking paid. Hello, God, the impact, the influence on the culture. I'm really loving this Busta Rhymes interview, child. And they go there too, honey. These ain't just like, they have real moments. And you know, I love balanced shit. Okay. But I just wanted to bring that up. Like, hip hop is not the same. Music is not the same anymore. I really have to go deep in order to find something that I can enjoy. I will let you guys know I am going to be working on a video soon. I'm not going to really tell y'all who it's about, but I find this young man to be extremely interesting. So I will be doing a video about him. Yes, God. Okay, I'll just bring it up. NBA Youngboy. I'll be doing a video about him, child, because I've dug in his bag a little bit. It's one of that's my nephew's favorite artists, and I have no choice but to listen to it as much as he's listening to it. And I have some really good thoughts about this young man. And but for those of you that wonder why I'm interested, is because I'm just going to give you this little tidbit. He has been recognized as one of the major influences that's keeping hip hop alive today. This year alone, he's received over 100 RIAA certified plaques, girl. Hello, God. And it's not being talked about. A lot of people are not aware of this young man's secret success. And yes, it's probably due to a lot of hood nigga shit that lies within his past, but I don't think on a music level that should have any bearing on why this young man has not been recognized for his achievements. So I definitely wanted to do a video about that, and that'll be coming soon. Yes, girl. So yeah, the state of hip hop. Girl. And it's not helping when nowadays we have things like the YFN Lucci and what's going on with Young Thug and Gunna, bitch. For those that aren't aware, they have been brought up on a bunch of RICO charges, a bunch of weapons charges, conspiracy charges, girl. And it just goes back to what I posted on my Instagram. And hopefully you all are following me on Instagram at ybent.tv. Honey, hello, God. So you can keep up with the things. I'm always active on there. I posted a clip on there. Actually, you know what? Let's play the clip real quick.
Rappers Like the artist, if you don't want to be an artist, take it to the streets. But don't bring the dumb shit in the game trying to prove that you're a fucking real nigga. And while you proving that you're a real nigga, you gonna finesse yourself out of position and out of opportunity that can change your family and generations in your family life. Y'all get money that niggas never got, though. I'm talking about the legends.
And he was actually doing, I forget, I think it's $1 million worth of game. I forget who that podcaster is, but forgive me. But he actually had Young Thug with him when he was speaking those fucking true statements, girl. Like, y'all don't be realizing, girl, how blessed you are. You crawl your way out of the dusty, far dark side of the projects, girl. Hello, God. You are peddling your fucking mixtapes in the Walmart parking lot, girl. You are begging for people to listen and to support your motherfucking movement, girl. All to what? To continue to feed the narrative, to feed the streets negativity. Hello, God. To continue to have legal issues of this magnitude. Millions of dollars. You've been able to literally change your family's lives for the better. And Young Thug specifically talks about how many bitches are in his family, girl. So many children, so many people that you take care of. How can you support them when you are now behind bars? You don't make money sitting and rotting in jail. You actually end up spending more of it. You, again, I'm going to say it again. You have crawled, you have begged and pleaded with life to bless you, bitch. To take you up out of the muck and marl clay of life, girl, and place your feet on a rock to stay. You have begged for this life so that you could change your past one. It makes no sense. And then y'all be the same motherfuckers that sit down and say, life just don't give a nigga a break. Life gave you many breaks, bitch. You didn't appreciate it enough. And that's a deeper conversation that I really didn't want to get into about, you know, how the traumas of growing up without this constant need to look back and hold the hands of a community that wouldn't give a fuck if you passed the hell away. Half them niggas and bitches ain't finna donate nothing to the GoFundMe. Meek Mill said it best. A lot of these other rappers said it best, girl. When you get that coin, when you sign that contract, you need to be doing everything possible to move out of the hood. And not say forget that shit, because you can never run away from the past, girl. Hello, God. You can never do that. But girl, bye. Bitch. Bye. All that hard Gunna, one of the most successful artists of the past several years, girl. Think about it. Has been featured on almost every rap song you can think of, R&B charts, girl. Gunna is and was that nigga. Period. Young Thug, people can say what they want to say, but when you get a feature with him, your song is going somewhere, girl. Let's talk about it. Leave the hood trash in the hood trash, girl. You are squandering these opportunities. And then people are literally sitting by talking about it's a conspiracy against us to label us as a gang. You are. They raided your home, girl. They seized a ton of fucking drugs and guns, girl. And then DJ Academics, with his old soup bowl face built ass child, had the nerve to get on there and say, well, what did he say? He was like, oh, well, maybe all of this is just a misunderstanding and everybody gets a chance to go home. Girl, ain't nobody going home. Girl, this isn't a mistake. Trust me, you do not get wrapped up in the way that people are not going to waste taxpayer dollars. Well, they do all the time, but in this instance, girl, especially to Black people, they're not going to waste taxpayer dollars to do this type of investigation. They're not going to arrest you and keep you locked up, girl, for as long as they are going to, because let's be honest here, it's going to take a long time for this to get to trial. There's a lot of trash that they have to dig through, girl, to put together before they can truly go to trial. But girl, to even have you locked up, to have you denied bond, girl, on this level means they have evidence. They've been investigating you for a long time. You are so stupid, Young Thug, because they also caught you talking trash on the phone while you were locked up, girl. You know they record the calls. And you got to think to yourself, if they're catching you on things that you did many moons ago, obviously they're watching, they're listening. Get it together. What's up, Jace? How you doing, boo? Oh, y'all didn't get the notifications, child. I put it in Instagram and I shared it on my community wall. I'm sorry. You know, YouTube does what it wants to do, child, especially when you see the topics that I put in the title, girl. But I just feel like, again, like we have turned, you know, music into a battlefield. You know, we got a lot of trash going on, girl. Like, girl, please. Like, you guys have. Oh, Jeff, you know I'm against that. I did a video about that too. I believe that it is trash that the courts people are trying to spearhead this movement, girl, that will condemn rappers and music artists for the things that they say in their songs. So, for instance, but let's be honest here. What was the catalyst for that? When you have King Von, may he rest in whatever peace he thought he's going to find, girl. When we think about Lil Durk, when we think about all of the things that happened in the Chicago drill movement, girl, there's a lot of death. They're telling on themselves. That's what another thing I wanted to talk about hip hop. Like, y'all are snitching on yourselves. You're getting on Vlad TV. You're getting on these damn what are these other shows I keep forgetting about? Like, just like Mob Wives and stuff. Like, y'all are snitching on yourselves, girl. Real niggas don't speak, girl. They don't talk about the things that they've done in the streets, because what's going to happen? Where we find ourselves now, where people are like, okay. Because King Von basically told it all. Lil Durk basically done told it all. Ace Youngin and all the rest of the kids down here in Florida and Louisiana, all of those rappers, y'all be telling on yourselves. Remember back in the day, there used to be Uendo, because the kids could actually tell a story. Shout out to Biggie Smalls, Hello God, who used to talk about all the hood shit that he did. But girl, you would never really know exactly what he did, because he was that good of a storyteller, bitch. Period. It's the real OGs are rolling over in their graves, girl, at the stupidity of it all. And then, oh my God, I'm locked up. Yeah, girl, you are, because you're a fucking idiot. Period. And you are single-handedly destroying what this culture represents, what it should represent. We keep allowing people to keep us in the boxes of violence, sex, and drugs. Let's just tell that truth when it comes to music, especially rap. Rap used to be, girl, the talent, the ingenuity, the innovation, the creativity that went into putting together a rap song has now been stained with this narrative that violence and death rule hip hop. And that's why people are still scared to this day to touch it. Domi, what's up, boo? How you doing? You got bitch-made ass niggas like 6ix9ine hovering in the ether of life. How do you think he got out? And he openly admitted to snitching. Girl, please. Back in the day, he would have been gone. Gone. Period. It's a joke now. Real niggas used to do this shit for real. Now we got a lot of fake wanksters out there, child. And let me just talk about T.I. real quick. Just real quick. I wasn't even going to bring him up. I would really love to fillet his flesh, child. Y'all remember the Game of Thrones, girl? The Filleted Men banner, girl, by Lord Ramsay Bolton, girl? You know, stream this bitch up to a pole, girl. Right next to Kevin Samuels' corpse, girl. Hello, God. Wave these bitches in a goddamn parade, girl. While we throw stones, girl, and tomatoes and potatoes and rocks and all kinds of boulders at these bitches. I keep seeing, and I guess because I made that Kevin Samuels video, shout out to that Kevin Samuels video, honey. I keep getting a lot of things popping up in my feed, and T.I. is the bulk of that feed. Him and his Expeditiously podcast, and clips of him and Kevin Samuels keep popping up. It's like the ghost of Christmas past, present, and future, girl, haunting your ever so being, child. Over it. People and women, and that's how I know Tiny, girl, blink if you need help, girl. Blink. She has been programmed, girl. She's like Nebula. He is Thanos and she is Nebula. He is, every time the bitch fails him, he reprograms her. Horrible. Because to think that your wife, every time Kevin Samuels has something to say, my wife needs to hear this. Come in here, baby. You need to hear this. T.I., you just surround yourself with other narcissistic, insecure ass fools to make yourself feel like you're good, like you're better than. Like, I don't get this toxic behavior that dwells within the black male community, girl. It is so disturbing. And then women that are so brainwashed, and other men that are so low within themselves that they need something to latch on to, because you yourself, like I said previously, have been torn by a black woman, honey. A black woman emasculated you to the point that you now seek vengeance upon her and her ever so being, bitch. You know what that labels you as, nigga? A bitch ass nigga. Yes, you are. We'll say it again for the people in the back, child. A bitch ass nigga. Period, girl. Girl, please. Setting back the movement, girl, 100+ years because of your foolishness. That's so good. If y'all want a good drink, it's so simple. Get you some frozen blueberries, get you some lemonade, blend that shit up into a frozen drink. Ooh, it's so good. But yeah, girl, T.I., you are not needed, required, or desired in this life. Your music has been a fail for many moons now. Your existence has been a fail, a curse on this land, girl. And this whole, and I feel like that's what I talked about with it. It's like a cult movement. Rallied by, serviced by, maintained by a lot of self-aggrandizing assholes that want people to worship them while feeling bad about themselves. That's why there's a hell for all of y'all type of people. So Kevin Samuels, you are in hell. T.I., the devil is waiting on you expeditiously. Girl, please. All right, so child, we got to get into some things, child. All right, moving on. We got to get into some more sensitive topics now. May 24th, an 18-year-old killed his grandmother first. Well, shot her or whatever. She's, as of right now, from what I know, I don't know the update, but she was in critical condition. Shot his grandmother. And then proceeded to go into an elementary school where he killed 19 students and 2 teachers. Now, it was also said that before this, he was boasting on social media. Again, this is the story that we always hear. There are trails of breadcrumbs, girl, that these psychopaths leave in their wake, you know? And we talk about the power of cybersecurity. We talk about the FBI, the special units that are created, girl, and dispatched to, you know, before things can happen, right? I'm trying to gather myself because we're talking about children. We're talking about the summer is upon us. These parents, these children probably planned out what they were going to do this summer. This is the last week of school we're talking about. You go to school, especially as an elementary student, right? Your mind is on lunch, hello God, recess, hello God, and doing the fun things in school. Your thought process, even as a parent, as an adult, as a teacher, never says, this is the day that I'm going to be met with death. You kiss your husband goodbye. You kiss your kids goodbye. You go to school to teach. And let's be honest, you do it because you love it, because globally, teachers get paid trash. These people feel safe and secure. Even though we see it all the time in school settings, Sandy Hook, Marjorie Stoneman Douglas, or whatever, hopefully I said that right. Columbine. We've seen it so many times, but it still is never real to think that children of this age would be targets. This psychopath not only ran through this school shooting and killing children, he went into a classroom, locked the door, and slaughtered everyone in the room. Again, as a parent, you don't think that you're going to get that kind of phone call. You don't, your mind is not ever thinking that this is what's going to happen. And we live in a country that has risen to its status on the many, many, many mountains of bloodshed. Our money, our power, our fake respect comes from that. History shows the filth of this country. History shows the extent to which this country and its so-called leaders, I do that doing this, girl, because whatever, they're not leaders. Why are we so fucking surprised? It's a Tuesday. These fuckers sit around in these high places, girl. When you really think about it, what have they done? This ain't the first time. I'm not trying to yell, girl. I'm sorry, I get spirited, girl. Because when you really think about it, this is why I don't do commentary like this no more like that. Because, girl, I get wrapped up in it, girl. I get wrapped up in it and only 8 bitches show up. No tea, no shade, but let's just tell the truth. If I was talking about chasing Atlanta or some weird shit, motherfuckers want to show up. If I was reading a bitch for filth, they show up. When we have conversations like this, I get so high in my spirit. And to me, these are some of my best lives. Because this is the shit that I actually care about. And it befuddles the fuck out of me that no one else cares about it either. So when you are roasting in the pits of hell for all eternity, girl, because you stood by, blinded and confused, girl, starstruck at the light of materialism and self-absorption and fool la la, bitch, I don't want to hear nothing. I tried to warn you. We're going back to this sorry-ass country. Why are we surprised? This is not the first time children have been the targets of mass shootings. Let's tell the truth on that. If they didn't change the way things were done, let me tell y'all something about guns. Let's talk about guns real quick, because it seems like there's a lot of shit people don't understand about guns. This is what I loved about the show Snowfall. Fiction, but rooted in truth. This is what I loved about watching all the cartel shows, girl. Shout out to Narcos, girl. Fiction, but rooted in a lot of truth. They tell you the history of how America got its coins, how America became the fake savior of the world. The CIA, the governments of this sorry-ass nation, intentionally put out drugs and guns by the fuck tons, distributed them into the streets of America, girl. More specifically, the poor black and brown streets of America. Continue to peddle it through South America. Hello, God. Had our own people serving this trash and poison to our own people. And then when they had no more use for us, we became useless, they would arrest us or kill us. And by all of this war, what do? They create these divisions within the government. Anti-terrorism unit, anti-drug unit. We have the DEA girl. We have the FBI girl. We have all of these different entities that assisted in creating the problem. And now they want to play cleanup crew and savior. We got to get these drug dealers off the streets. We got to get these terrorist groups off the streets. We got to get these people off the streets, drug addicts off the streets. You created that. And you swoop in with your fake Superman asses and say, oh, don't worry. We're here to save the day. We're going to arrest all of these lunatics. These gangsters, these thugs that you employed. And we're surprised, excuse me, Lord, and we're surprised at where we find ourselves now? Is it because when white bodies, hello God, and let's talk about we talk about school shootings as if it's this thing. Yes, it's horrible, right? But it's also, it should also be considered mass shootings when mass Black people, people of color, are being hunted down as well. We don't revere that specific topic as high and mighty as we do as a single-handed man running into a schoolhouse. Now, mind you, it's all fucked up, evil, twisted shit, right? But we don't look at it that way when Black people are the targets. If that was a school full of Black children, now they were all Spanish kids from what I could tell. Not all, but from what we can see, child. It was like a Spanish school setting, I believe. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But it's just like, girl. That, again, that's neither here nor there with that. I'm just talking about the overall perspective, the overall issue with this country. When are we going to get it that they simply just don't care, girl? They don't care, girl. And we, as foolish and as stupid and as meek and weak as we are, we never stand up to the oppressors. As they sit comfortably in their lofty perches, collecting the coins. That kills me too. They get paid off taxpayer dollars. And we're not stopping those checks, girl. Return to sender, bitch. Void this check because y'all ain't doing y'all jobs. We are experiencing high levels of inflation right now. We are having conversations of another recession. An economic disaster awaits us. And we give out $33 billion to aid Ukraine. We are suffering with high food costs, high living wages. We have to deal with psychopaths who run into schools, churches, and grocery stores and just randomly kill people in a world that's already going through a lot. I saw that Ted Cruz was accosted in a restaurant recently. You're sitting down eating with family, celebrating whatever, while your state is going through what it's going through. I want to say this as well. Do you not think that the NRA and all of these politicians and people of power that help push these special interests and help protect the NRA and they're not the problem? The government is the problem. The FBI, the CIA, the DEA, all of these entities are the problem because almost like what we talked about earlier, they profit off of that. How do you think America got its wealth? Going back to this Texas situation, it was also stated that law enforcement not only hesitated to run into this school to kill this fool, hello God, they ran in. You had the courage though to run in. It was stated, girl, that you ran in and saved your own children. That goes to the gluttonous, selfish, raggedy bitch kind of vibes that have suffered our communities and our society, girl. Human beings nowadays are at an all-time high, but it's not self-induced. It's because of the ways of the world why people are now thinking more on self-preservation levels than any time before. No one helps the old lady across the street anymore. No one is going to help a bitch who dropped their groceries on the floor. I saw a video the other day where these people recorded this woman being abducted. She was screaming for dear life. They hesitated to call 911, and when they did, the guy drove off and the lady was like, "Did you get the license plate?" Literally about more than a minute or two went by. You could have ran down fucking stairs and handled it. We're too busy recording when we should be helping. And we have law enforcement who have set by, and we saw this with the Stoneman Douglas school situation. Oh my God. And not only that, parents were pleading, cussing for y'all to go in and save their children. Is this the protect and serve oath that we famously hear about? Then I don't want it. And why were regular police dispatched? A SWAT team should have been dispatched immediately. The elite should have been dispatched immediately, not the fools of the local neighborhood. And we're in a time now where the conversation surrounding teachers with guns, schools that have guns, it's not even a question anymore. It needs to happen. Because if the school district police officers, because I heard one was shot while the boy made his way into the school. So obviously y'all ain't shit. You're not aware of what's going on. I'm over this particular topic because there's so many layers to peel here, and I don't want to stay on this tragedy too long. All I want to say is look to your government, girl. Look to your country, and you will know that they've always had the power to stop this, but they won't because they make profit. The money is too good to let go. So what if your children have to be sacrificed? They don't give a fuck. What's up, Joshua? How you doing? Period. Girl. All right. So the next topic. Oh, I want to say this. Rest in peace to those children. Anybody who was affected by that, anybody who is going through that. Because again, we talk about the things that are highlighted in the media, but there are a lot of tragedies that befall our world that don't get any type of media coverage. So I just want to extend my love. I want to extend the grace of God, Jesus, whatever you believe in, girl, around this world. Let's just take a moment, girl. Dear Heavenly Father, we are gathered here today that we ask to uplift the children, honey, of this world. There's a lot of darkness seeping through, and we ask for your light to comfort us and to guide us through it all, honey. We know that we are unworthy. We are unworthy. We know we are. But we ask that you at least try to lift our spirits out of the muck and marl clay of this raggedy ass life. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay. Girl, please. All right. So now let's talk about monkeypox, girl. I didn't care about this story until my nephew had a conversation with me. And he said to me, and bless his heart, he don't know no better. He says to me, I'm worried. And I was like, what are you worried? He was like, I'm worried about you. And I'm like, why are you worried about me? He's like, I don't want you to get monkeypox. I said, why the hell would I specifically get monkeypox, girl? You know? And he says to me, because you're gay. And it said that only gay people are being stricken with the monkeypox. I said, bitch, I know you fucking lying. I said, first of all, no. No. I took this opportunity to educate, to have a real conversation. Of course, I wrapped it up in niceties and laughter because I feel like when you're talking to young people about serious topics, you do have to, kind of get on their level a little bit so that they'll have understanding. So the information will stick. Does that make sense? Okay. So I was like, no, that is not the tea. And apparently, when I looked it up, that is the information that is being peddled through these raggedy ass streets. So they are really out here telling the kids on these major believable platforms that gay and bisexual men are out here passing out the monkeypox, girl. Stop it, I say. So I educated myself, and then I educated my nephew. And I'm here to educate you all as well. Okay? Let's do this. So, monkeypox is an infection caused by a virus in the same family as smallpox. It causes a similar, though usually less severe illness, and is most common in Central and Western Africa. It was first discovered in research monkeys. Put a pin in that. More than half a century ago. Monkeypox was first discovered in 1958 when 2 outbreaks of a pox-like disease occurred in colonies of monkeys kept for research. Hence the name monkeypox. The first human case of monkeypox was recorded in 1970 in the Democratic Republic of the Congo during a period of intensified effort to eliminate smallpox. Since then, monkeypox has been reported in people in several other Central and Western African countries. How do you catch the monkeypox, girl? You can catch monkeypox if you have close physical contact with someone who is showing symptoms. This includes touching and being face-to-face. Monkeypox can spread during close skin-to-skin contact during sex, including kissing, touching, oral, and penetrative sex with someone who has symptoms. Does monkeypox spread faster among gay and bisexual men? The short answer is no. Anyone can be infected by monkeypox. The virus is not a sexually transmitted infection. It's mostly caught through close physical skin-to-skin contact, which is why it can be spread to sexual partners. But with most confirmed cases among men who have sex with men, doctors are encouraging this group to be particularly alert to symptoms. So the question is, so why are gay men catching it more right now? As monkeypox is often caught through direct contact, once it's introduced to a community, it's more likely to spread through that community among those who are in close contact with each other. For example, within a household or among sexual partners. This doctor, because I don't know the name, girl, says it's not clear why there is a higher proportion of cases among gay men. I can answer that, girl. We are very promiscuous, girl. Let's just be honest here about that. We don't check the deed before we lay down with trade. That's really what they want to say without saying it, girl. They want to be politically correct, but I'll tell the truth because I'm part of that community they speak of. He says it just happens that the infection appears to have introduced in networks of gay and bisexual men and other men who have sex with men. And this is where we're seeing most of the cases. There's a theory that a return of demand for international travel since COVID lockdowns were eased could have played a part in the initial spread. But the person-to-person transmission that has been happening in countries outside Western and Central Africa in recent weeks is new. Scientists are investigating whether the infection was introduced via a combination of single transmissions or whether so-called super spreader events such as festivals may have resulted in more people catching it at one time. The doctor says another possibility is that the proactive engagement of gay men with sexual health services may have led to more cases being diagnosed. Okay. Period, Jeff. We need to lock down all the sex parties. I know Memorial Day weekend is upon us. We know the MLK parties are crazy, girl, especially in Atlanta. Like, girl, please, like, we need to stop with the bullshit. Our community, we need to start taking care of ourselves. or you will be sitting in someone's clinic looking stupid. Period. Wrap it up, bitch. If you have that one person you just like fucking on, stop adding. Girl, like, I'm not trying to add to my body count. Y'all hoes need to be doing the same thing. Stop adding to your body count. It's not worth it, girl. Okay? Girl, please. Get your health insurance, girl. If you don't have that, go to the free clinics, girl. Know your statuses, bitch. Period. Stop with the orgies, girl, and the craziness of it all. And if you are going to have your little fun, girl, clean it up. Anyways, I had to express to my nephew this. Just like the AIDS epidemic, it was blamed on the homosexual community. The key word in this was research monkeys. Why do you think scientists historically have chosen primates, monkeys, as test subjects? It goes back to the old conversation. Primates, monkeys, whatever you want to call them, girl. They have the closest percentage of DNA to humankind. The closest. I forget what the percentage was, but girl, it's up there. So the fact that you're testing on monkeys lets me know that you are in that lab developing things that you are trying to either combat or induce into a human population. Does that make sense? You're not going to test humans right off quick, but you're going to test the closest thing to humans because, again, let's talk about it. Animals are expendable to the human, to humans, right? That's how we look at them. We look at animals to study them, to use them, and if it kills them in the process, we don't care. We do that to our own people. Let's just be honest about that too. So having to educate my nephew, which I was proud to do because I didn't even know that was a thing, girl. I have been so far removed from news because it's so depressing. And I've already lost my faith in humanity. Let's tell the truth on that. But I had no choice. I was like, well, let me just relay this message to my people, girl. And I want to tell people this, just like with the AIDS epidemic and everything else that was introduced into Black communities by way of white trash. Let's tell the truth about that. Racist, prejudice, white trash. To kill off the Black communities. It just so happened to heavily impact the homosexual community. That's what they would call collateral damage. We didn't know it was going to happen, but girl, we appreciate it. Because we want to kill them too. And this is not a sexually transmitted disease. It is skin to skin. And like anything else in this world, girl, let's just tell the truth on this. Are the gays the only ones having sex? Are the gays the only ones touching? Fornicating, girl? Doesn't everyone have sex? So everyone is susceptible to this affliction. Just like everyone was susceptible to Miss 19. And every other affliction that has befallen the human experience. But when you push, you see the goal and the agenda is to push the negative narrative towards a specific subgroup of people. Remember the ignorant statements straight men were asked, oh, how did you get the AIDS? I can't have the AIDS. I don't get fucked in my butt. I'm not a gay man. Whoa. Now we have to take time out of our day to educate the girls on a mass level. Girl. All right. I'm going to have a brief conversation about. Hold on. The global crisis, but more specifically, the global food crisis. Okay. I'm going to read something from an article I read from The Guardian. The World Food Program estimates about 49 million people face emergency levels of hunger. About 811 million go to bed hungry at night. The number of people on the brink of starvation across Africa's region, for example, is at least 10 times higher than in pre-2019. The adverse impact of Russia's invasion on the availability and price of staples such as wheat, maize, barley, and sunflower oil. Ukraine and Russia normally produce about 30% of global wheat exports. Ukraine's wheat production this year is likely to be 35% down, and exporting much of it may be impossible due to Russia's Black Sea blockade. In March, global commodity prices recorded by the UN's Food and Agriculture Organization hit an all-time high. They remain at record-breaking levels. Russia's war has compounded and accelerated pre-existing food defects and inflationary trends arising from a host of linked factors. The negative economic impact of the pandemic, resulting supply chain, employment, and transport problems, extreme weather and climate crisis-related falls in output, spiraling energy costs, and numerous other ongoing conflicts worldwide. Middle-income countries such as Egypt and Brazil are exceptionally poorly placed to cope with increased food insecurity. International risk consultants said in a report last week many governments had exhausted their financial and material reserves fighting COVID-19 and incurred large debts. Now the cupboard is bare. Unlike low-income countries, they were rich enough to offer social protection during the pandemic, but now struggle to maintain high social spending that is vital to the living standards of large sections of their populations. Argentina, Tunisia, Pakistan, and the Philippines highly depend on food and energy imports. They were among many other middle or lower middle income countries facing an elevated risk of civil unrest by the end of 2022. As the food apocalypse approaches, the poorest peoples will suffer, as they always do. While the wealthiest may be insulated up to a point, but it is feared that the pain will rapidly move up the global food chain. With it is likely to come a surge to political turbulence, humanitarian crises, instability, and geographic rivalries across a hungry world. Scarce food combined with price increases, electricity blackouts, and shortages of petroleum, cooking gas, and medicines provoked a political crisis in Sri Lanka this spring that serves as a discomforting template for countries facing similar problems. Girl, what have I been telling y'all? 7 people in the chat. What have I been telling y'all, girl? Huh? What have I been telling y'all? My thumbnail says it all. And this is going to sum up my commentary. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are upon us, children. Yes. The book of Revelations in the New Testament lists the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse as conquest, war, famine, and death. The Old Testament's book of Ezekiel called them the sword, famine, wild beast, and pestilence or plague. And for those that don't know what pestilence means, here's the definition of that. Pestilence is a fatal epidemic disease, especially the bubonic plague. For those of you that have stuck with me, go down my list of topics. I intentionally did this. My topics represent the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Conquest. What we see right now with these governments trying to oppress their goddamn people. When we look at what's happening between Russia and Ukraine, it's all about conquest. Hello, God. Famine. We just had the conversation of a global food crisis. With that, and the reason we're having a food crisis of this magnitude around the goddamn world is due to the fact of global warming and climate change. Farms in specific places cannot grow they cannot yield their harvest cannot yield anything, girl, because everything is hot as fuck. Heavy increased human activity has aided in the slow fall to hell for humanity. Natural resources depleted. Our filth, our greed, this need to have an overabundance of things has aided in our destruction. Our slow fall to hell, as I love to call it. War is upon us. One of the other 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Civil war. Do you think this ends with Russia and Ukraine? What happened in Sri Lanka addressing the global food crisis is what awaits everyone. You don't think about shit until it happens to you, until it comes up in your world. When we start to experience famine on the level of a lot of these third world countries around here, girl, that is when we're going to start seeing people speak up and speak out and really put motherfucking action in, girl. Period. But because it's not happening to you specifically, it's not a problem. We talked about the shooting, the killings, the murders, not just happening in schools, but all around the world. The most powerful, the most revered horseman of the apocalypse is death. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are the representations of the 4 bitches that come when the first 4 seals have been opened on the world, girl. So when your great-great-great-great-great-great grandmother used to say that we are living in the last days, Technically, they're not wrong. We've been living in those last days for a very long time. And if we want the truth, I said this a long time ago, but I'm going to say it again here. I really believe that the moment that Jesus was called home, him and the Heavenly Father dipped. They got the fuck out of town. I was watching the Guardians of the Galaxy the other day, the volume 2. And for those that know that movie, Ego, which is a celestial, he made himself so important, child, so self-important that he wanted to conquer the universe by implanting a piece of himself on every planet in every galaxy throughout the universe. Each planet he left. Does that sound familiar? God put a incarnation of himself, or an extension of himself here on earth, gathered the experience of whatever he needed, child, called his son home, and got the fuck on. The world has plummeted into darkness ever since. So it's my humble belief, God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit said, child, please, we gotta go. These bitches, what we created, are crazy as hell. They don't deserve us. They know we gotta go. Because I, for the life of me, cannot believe that a merciful, at least the one in Christianity, child, you know, they preach that one, child, is gonna literally sit by. They say things happen for a reason. What's the reason for children being murdered in mass numbers, girl? Can we talk about that? Well, bitch, what's the reason for the girls dying of starvation in 2022, girl? Can we talk about that? What's the meaning? What's the reason for humans to experience what we've been experiencing the last 30, 40 fucking years? Or let's go back further, mass genocide of whole races, girl, for centuries. The God that I would like to serve doesn't do that. What's the reason in that? What's up, Denny? How you doing? What's up, EK? How are you? Free will, you say, is the reason. Free will is the reason. Or the fact that what I've been saying could be true. Earth is and has always been the real hell. This is the place where you learn the real lessons of life. This is the place where we are truly tested in our nature, who we really are at the core of our fucking spirits and our souls, girl. This is the testing ground to see if you are worthy to be carried to a higher plane, girl, of vibrations. Because when I look at this place, when I look at most of these people, when I look at most of the issues that befall the human experience, I have no choice but to believe this is hell. Why is the struggle so real, especially in a country that has the ability to print money? Why are the kids hungry? Why are the kids homeless? Why are the kids experiencing the levels of struggle that have the ability to destroy you? See, the God I serve wants you to live a happy and abundant life filled with happiness and joy. So that spirit, that energy can transfer to the next generations. All of this chaos, all of this evil, all of this trash. And it leads to pestilence, which is what we've been experiencing the better part of some years now. When you think of pestilence, when you think of disease running rampant, it's been going on for a very long time. Another mark of a four horsemen. So when we look at monkeypox and all these other things, this won't be the only thing that comes to us, girl. The ice cap, millions of years old ice caps are melting. Scientists have already proven that there's a lot of ancient diseases trapped in those motherfucking permafrost bubbles, girl. That when, not if, but when those ice caps melt, the permafrost melts, and those diseases now can be reborn. The Bible does speak of this. I find it weird that in the Old Testament of Ezekiel, it was called sword, famine, wild beast, and pestilence or plague. You notice how things change with the times, and I love that. There's the only reason there's an Old Testament, New Testament, because you notice the mood of God changed. If we want to believe, we want to lean on the understanding of the Bible, the mood of God changed. Back then, they released wild beasts upon the children. Sword was probably another word for war. Famine always remained. Girl. It takes a lot out of you, girl. Like, seriously. This is why I don't really talk about this kind of stuff too much anymore. It's just an emotional toll and a physical one too, because it's just like, girl, please. We're literally sitting back allowing governments to eradicate us from existence. The obvious mistreatment of particular social groups of people. When children get killed and no one cares is a sign that this is truly hell, bitch. Amen, Denny. The earth will kill us before we kill her. History's proven that too. Why do you think she's releasing the Kraken on our ass, metaphorically speaking, of course? Humankind needs to understand that it's not all about us. If we go back to the old way of unity in the community, bitch, and not just our own, with the world, with nature, with animals, we work better when we are unified, when we have natural, organic, authentic respect for our fellow man, beast, and flower, bitch. And it sounds so pish-posh applesauce, right? It sounds so stupid and weak. But it's because of that ego. It's because of that pride, which is a 7 deadly sin, let's tell the truth. That is exactly why the human experience will be eradicated. Bring on the next evolution of whatever the fuck is going to rule this planet, because we don't deserve it. Chance after chance after chance after chance after chance. Humans, we just don't fucking get it. We are the destroyers of our own world. Literally and figuratively and what's the other word, girl? Shit. Literally, figuratively, metaphorically, to all of that shit. Fuck. A lot of us, this time next year, it's not me prophesizing. I'm not predicting shit. Actually, technically, I am. If we continue on this trend, we will be hungry and destitute next year. People are so worried about filling positions in these jobs, but they're not worried about filling bitches' refrigerators, girl. Rental assistant, light bill assistance, lowering the cost of living. Bitch, they said the U.S. median for cost of living will now reach $2,000 for rent. Girl, please. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse have been summoned, girl. The seals are in process of breaking, girl. Hello, God. We will be devoured. We will be swallowed whole in our filth. Hello, God. And it's what we deserve. I remember I spoke about this a long time ago. I watched this African lady. She's a preacher. I forget her name. She spoke on a dream that she had that felt so real to her. She said that Jesus transported her to hell and had many conversations with her. And she spoke what Jesus said to her, and she said that Jesus told her that if my father were to come back to earth right now, I think she said like 70 or 80% of humankind would not make it into heaven. Whether her experiences are true or false, I want to lean on this understanding. I believe it. Look at what's happening in this world, girl, and what has been happening. See, by way of social media, a lot more stuff is coming to light. But imagine pre-social media days. A lot of shit was happening that we weren't aware of. Even to this day, shit is riding under our nose, child. So if we want to lean on religion, the Bible, God, whatever your heart is happy with that, because honestly, girl, y'all know my belief system, girl. I'm everywhere with it. I believe in many gods. I believe in the aliens, girl. The one thing I don't believe in is just the Big Bang. I just think it's ridiculous to believe that something started from nothing with no purpose. Something has to have purpose, and for something to have purpose means that there's a mind behind it. There is a purpose to all of this. There is a purpose to existence. There is a purpose for planets, solar systems, galaxies. There's a purpose for wind, for fucking lightning, for thunder, girl. There's a purpose. If you look at the way the universe, the world, everything around you is designed, it serves a purpose. And the fact that it serves a purpose lets you know that there's a thinking process that goes into that. So something has to have a mind for it. And also a heart. Tell the truth. Has to have a heart. and a sick ass sense of humor, bitch. Yes, God, honey. Yes, honey. Oh, girl. It's the truth, though, child. Life and purpose, child, can only happen when there's something behind it. Amen. I do want to let y'all know this is the end of my commentary. I really do hope that you guys enjoyed it. And for everybody catching the replay, I really do appreciate you all. I just want people to be aware, be socially aware of what's happening around you. Really pay close attention. And I know that it can be a lot, especially when you're going through your own shit. But that's the beauty of being human, is not only worrying about yourself, but also having the compassion and the capacity to love and experience what someone else is going through. And finding out that you're not the only one. And some people have it worse. So also using that and knowing that to be grateful for what you do have. Okay. I have this quote that I want to give. It's from Robert Greene. It states, "Pay less attention to the words that people say and greater attention to the look in their eye, their tone of voice, their body language. Trust these sensations. They tell you things you often ignore." Hello, God. I will be recording my Chasing Atlanta review, hopefully sometime today. What else? Yeah. I'm tired now. I love y'all. I really do. And I appreciate y'all sitting with me. But I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. And I'm promised to go live more. I also want to do. I want to have y'all come up, and the next time I go live, I want to engage more with everybody. So I will be sharing the link next time I go live, so that we can chit chat it up, child. And maybe in that I'll bring back the tarots if y'all want to be, the cards to give you some things, child. Okay, yes. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, and y'all enjoy y'all Sunday. Y'all enjoy y'all Memorial Day, honey. I know everybody's off of school, off of work. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe out there, and strap up, girl. Let me tell y'all something. The kids are crazy. It's not just happening in schools, girl. They are running about you at the park, girl, at the beach, girl. It don't matter, girl. At the 7-Eleven, girl, the Quick Trip, girl. That the girl at the Hattie Mae's, they are getting the girls together. So I would appreciate y'all if you have it in your power, strap up, girl. Get you a piece of Miss Gun. Hello, Gun. Get you a knife. I don't give a damn. They say don't bring a knife to a gunfight, girl. If you know how to throw that motherfucker, girl, you can cause severe damage, bitch. So protect yourself, protect your children at all costs, period. All right, y'all. I love you guys. Take care. Be blessed and never stress. And remember that health is wealth. Oh, and the Health is Wealth series is coming. I'm just fine-tuning up some information. That way we can have those discussions about all natural, organic, and, all of those things. But yeah, love y'all. Take care.